So it's really about clarity. It's really about getting more control, you taking more control of the day rather than the day taking control of you. And then ultimately it's looking in the mirror and saying, hey, I like what I see.
I love it. You know, it was a year ago, I think, when you took a little more than that, and we needed the Health and Wellness Forum
Yeah.
to be run. And you took it to that next level.
Oh.
And you took it with enthusiasm, with excitement, and bringing really because health and wellness means a lot of different things.
It does.
People have a tendency, well, does that mean I need to take a nutritional? What do I need to do? What does it mean? And what is it? What does it have to do with my business? That's what we hear all the time. Can you just talk about that for a minute, and then we're going to bring up those beautiful panelists?
Yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait to bring up these beautiful souls, these colleagues of ours. I would say that what I found is that the people who attended, we are grateful that they would attend, and they were people who believed that health and wellness was important and was connected to the results of their business. Who really needed to be there were the people who were a lot of entrepreneurs who are working in their business and don't yet see the importance of taking care of themselves, prioritizing themselves. And that's part of the message that we want to get out there, that don't wait until it's too late to focus on your health and wellness. And health and wellness is we defined it in the broadest sense. Not only was it your physical health, your mental health, your social health, it was also your financial health. So it was very holistic. So that's the message that we really want to send to people is there is a correlation between taking care of you and also your business results.
Yeah, every single time. That's well done.
Yeah, and don't wait until it's too late.
That's right. That's right. And we're not promoting anything here, people, by the way. This is all Think and Grow Rich, but I love the name of your company, which is
Evolve Health and Lifestyle.
Yeah. How does it get any? It's brilliant. It's just brilliant because we're doing that every single day of our life. All right. You ready?
We're ready, and
You're
ready too.
I know they are. It's good. So what I'd like to do, everybody, is I'm going to turn this over to Craig. He is just phenomenal when it comes to narrating a panel and really bringing the greatness of others out. I'm going to put myself back in the grain room, and I'll come back when it's time, and I'm going to bring those. Let's just welcome all these amazing. Look at all these beautiful people. There we go. Look at this. Look at this. There we go. Just an amazing day.
And we should have one more, I think.
Who are you looking for?
Jonathan.
Yeah, Jonathan's not on.
Okay.
So I'll work with him while you have the panel.
Bring him on. Hey guys, so it's great to see all of you. Happy Sunday, and we're gonna just share your brilliance with the LA Tribune audience. So we're just gonna jump right in. Is that okay? So let's just jump right in. I want to. And Vanessa, I'm going to come to you first. Introduce yourself and just give us a brief description of your business and what you do.
Hi, Craig, and welcome everyone. It's so good to see all of you. Hi, Misty. Thanks for that wonderful segment we just had with you and Kelly. How inspiring, how much amazing information you shared. So I always say that's a bit of a loaded question, but yes, I call myself a confidence and success coach. I work with entrepreneurs, speakers, and leaders. I help them step into their power so they can build the lives they deserve. And I also work as co-director and owner of Achieve Systems, where we help entrepreneurs and business owners grow their businesses up level from where they are, through providing them with all the resources, revenue stream opportunities, networking opportunities, and leads to help them grow. Basically, really there to support. We love working with heart-centered entrepreneurs, service-based entrepreneurs, just seeing the need out there for them to have the resources to help them level up and grow their businesses.
Hey, Vanessa, thanks for that. And your community, you just have such a powerful community in the Achieve system. So, and what you guys are doing with entrepreneurs is truly amazing. Misty, how about you? We heard you earlier, but would love to know a little bit about you and what you do.
I am just so excited to see all these faces. And Ava and Mo in the background, thank you so much. The Los Angeles Tribune, this Think and Grow Rich was one of the favorite books. I try to read it twice a year. I am a business psychologist. I spent 22 years in children's mental health, creating and directing programs. I now work for UC Davis, consulting and creating more programs. And in the business world, what I love to do is help creating workshops, certified coaching programs, and just really helping business owners, especially small business owners, understand the different generations and creating their customer journeys around the generations, because in the next 2 years, 95% of the workforce will be millennials and younger. So us Gen X and older, we've got different values. But once you tie in those values that our younger generation has, they don't lack work ethic, they don't lack dreams, they don't lack big goals. They just need to be approached differently. So I love working with companies and just helping them connect with these generations so these generations can unleash their greatness.
And Misty, thank you for that work. You are so right about that generation just needing to be approached differently and approached from what's important to them. My friend Jonathan Trowan, tell us who you are and what you do.
Oh, thank you so much, Craig, and Michael Silvers, my mentor, Mo Rock. Thank you so much for having me here. My name is Jonathan Trowan with the Self-Love Revolution. And here's what I discovered. We become our own worst enemies, and we get in the way of our own success, whether it's our wealth, our health, or our relationships. And I'm on a mission to turn that around, using the research-backed power of self-love and self-compassion so that we can become our own best friends and use that to create even more wealth, more health, and better relationships than we've ever had in our lives.
Awesome, Jonathan. We all need to become our own best friend, right?
Yeah, that is what I believe.
I love it. I love it. And I know that so many of the folks watching also believe that as well. If you believe that, type that in the chat. Type to be your best friend. Mr. Corey, how are things in South Florida?
Hey, everybody. Thank you, Craig. Mama good buddies here. Misty, Vanessa, I get to see this weekend. Mr. Jonathan and Eric, the geek from 95. They can help you anything with the computers, and of course, everything from LA Tribune and what they do. Well, my name is Albert Corey from sunny Miami, Florida. I am the cash injection specialist. With simple accounting and business systems, we're going to put more profit in your business. Because a lot of business owners don't understand it's the bottom line that counts, not the top revenue. I've done this for almost 40 years and saved my clients over 60 to 80 million dollars with the simple processes I use every day. And now I'm out to take it to the world and not to be the top secret person in South Florida.
Great, Albert. Thanks. Appreciate that. And Eric, same question to you.
Well, thank you very much, Craig, and it is great seeing all of my fellow folks here. What I do, for lack of a better term, is I power thought leaders. So very much of what I do is really, it embraces everything that Napoleon Hill talked about in Think and Grow Rich, and also very much the theme of the summit. So, people come who are thought leaders with something that they really believe in, but just believing in something doesn't mean that they can turn it into a business and execute it. So I help them build the right foundation with their brand, and then at the end of the day, if they actually want to achieve it, the one thing that they're struggling with is technology. And I've been using technology since 1984, building CRM systems, doing marketing automation systems. So I take their ideas and I help them turn it into a real, actual business and be as productive as possible so they can truly achieve what they want to achieve at the end of the day.
Great. Thanks, Eric. Thanks for everything you do for your clients. All right, next question. So this is about Think and Grow Rich. And we've, this morning, the session with Dr. James Dentley and Satish was just,
Oh, yeah.
guys, I mean, how powerful was that? And, you know, we've all read it. So, Jonathan, I'm going to come to you with this question. How has Think and Grow Rich actually helped you, the book, helped you in your life and in your business?
This book has been so powerful. One of the big things that it taught me was that I have the power inside of me. And this is a big thing. I have the power inside of me, and I have access to all the wisdom of the world. There's a chapter in there that talks about tapping and to create a mastermind. I call it board meetings, but to create a mastermind with not us, like you guys are some of my favorite people on the planet. But you can picture anyone. So sometimes I have board meetings with Martin Luther King, sometimes with Tony Robbins, alive or dead. You can put these people in a room and tap into their wisdom, which is simply the wisdom of the universe. Yeah. And it's in here. It says it in the book to do that. And I learned that. And I have the most amazing board meetings that give me the most amazing advice. And yeah, it's affected everything I do. And let me add, it's affected my clients too, because they have their own board meetings now.
Yeah. Albert, how about the same question to you? How is Think and Grow Rich? Because I know you've read it hundreds of times.
As probably oldest person here, yes. I'm grandpa. By the way, I am a grandpa now, so it's okay. So I think it did a couple of things for me. One, that you really don't do it alone. The power of masterminds. See, but really a mastermind is just meeting other people. And that's one of the things is you got to go out and meet other people so your brain doesn't get stale and mushy. And you just got to keep thinking big or go home. So that's always been my strategy. You know, I started off just as a little dude, starting with $10 in my mom's bedroom. And I go, wow, I'm speaking in Vegas and here with thousands of people. Not bad from the kid who was picked on, bullied, and called all kinds of names, even by pops. But, you know, I overcame it, and now I'm having fun with the cool kids on the block.
That's so cool. And Albert, thanks for sharing that part of your story in your life. Dream big, right? And knowing you, I know you do dream big and still have those dreams. We'll ask that question to one more person, and then we're gonna follow up. So Vanessa, how about you? How has Think and Grow Rich really helped you in your life and business?
You're muted.
You're muted.
Thank you. I was considering not muting myself, but there it was. Thank you, Craig. Thank you so much. This book has meant a lot to me. And for me, it's been more about really bringing the subconscious to the conscious and becoming more aware of being intentional. I love what Albert just said, because my story is a little similar in that I'm from a very tiny, small town in South Africa. And I've come to a place in my life where, well, for the past, I don't know, almost 20 years, occasionally, now and again, I'll be pinching myself and going, how did I get from there to here? And really, for me, I've always said I've had a charmed life. I'm one of those lucky people who have always lived with passion, who've always been in a positive environment. I had a very supportive family. So when I got here, it was almost like reverse engineering and going, what happened? Right? What actually happened? How did I get here? And in reading this book and the concepts in the book, I could step by step decipher what I had actually done. But the value of that was now it's conscious. So now I can recreate it. And for me, that was so validating in going, oh, wow, okay, so this is how I got here. But now, in order to recreate it, I can now consciously do that through living these principles.
Yeah, thank you for sharing that. And I thought it was really enlightening this morning when Satish talked about that there's only one principle in the book, and that is the auto suggest. Everything else are tools. And I'm like, Wow. Did anybody? That was I'm like, wow. That is quite powerful. So the mastermind is a tool. I saw a couple of comments around the conceive it, believe it, and achieve it. And in the book, um, Hill talks about whatever the mind can conceive and believe, the mind can achieve. Missy, I'm just curious, how does that resonate with you, and how have you applied that in your life? And then Eric will come to you.
Oh, I love this question. I'm adopted. My grandparents adopted me. And my grandpa had 6 kids before me that he didn't really get to raise because he was working all the time. So when I came along, I got a dad. And he really just instilled that whatever you dream, you can do it. You just have to do the work to get it. And so I was kind of just raised that way, like what's your goals? What's your goals? What are you going to do and how are you going to get there? And so I immediately in 4th grade became pre-med until I realized, and I love it, shout out to all the medical people out there, until I, turns out I don't like the smell of throw up and I pass out around cadavers. So my career immediately switched over from medical to psychology. And when I started in psychology and working with at-risk youth, was one of my first day jobs, what I realized was watching them change their belief in themselves, change their entire course of their life. And then what I realized was, oh my gosh, as I started working with adults or businesses was, wow, it's our beliefs in ourselves. We are the writers and the editors of our own life. And some of us don't take hold of that. We write the next chapter horribly, or we only read the first part of the book, right? We only read the first part of the book and we don't rewrite tomorrow. And so when I started to get more in depth in this, in the book it says you are the sum of the 5 people you hang around.
Yeah.
You are the sum of the 5 people you hang around. But I hate this because I tell people that there's been studies is you are the sum of the 5 people hang around. And those 5 people hang around. It goes 3 deep. So what that really did in the belief system is you were going to take on the beliefs of those around you. And so the one thing I've done since I was 25 was just join groups like the Mentor Studio, follow people like the Los Angeles Tribune, and what is the next thing? Achieve, Vanessa. And when you get to meet Robert, her husband, these amazing people that'll just reiterate everything that you read. Getting to hang out with you, Craig, and meet your dogs. Great sons, by the way. Hugging Jonathan is some of the highlights. Yeah. Albert, everyone, Albert has a lot of money. We can all just be fair and say about that. But Albert will be the first one in any event to show up and bring donuts and coffee because he just cares about people. And Eric is a genius when it comes to computers, but the man also takes care of his mom. So when you get to the next level and you get to hang around these amazing people, you get to see their hearts, you get to see their impact. A lot of the people I know could be on a beach, and Craig, you nailed it. Our parents' retirement. Let's all move to Florida and just sit by the beach. Yeah. But the people I get to hang around, they're like, what am I doing next? How am I changing the world? And so I think it's that belief in we could do anything we want if we align it to what is it we really want.
Yeah, and thank you for sharing that. Thanks for sharing a part of your story. If you guys who are watching us live are really resonating with what you're hearing here, drop an emoji, your favorite emoji in the chat. Eric, I'm going to come to you around what does that the concept of conceive, believe, and achieve mean to you, and then we're going to come back with a question about business because we know we've got some folks who would be interested in your tips on business.
Well, I first read Think and Grow Rich when I was in high school, and I joined Junior Achievement. And that was a great program to teach you entrepreneurship. And a couple things that resonated with me, part of it was maybe because of my upbringing. My mother was a copywriter, number one, and number two, she was also a Mensa. And so the first thing that stands out to me is the word think. And really, that's very true in everything that we need to do. If you want to think and grow rich, that think is so important because so many of us make decisions that are based on emotions. And really, what you really need to do for business is you have to process it a little bit more than that. Don't necessarily jump and act on your emotions. Look at what the potential consequences are so that you don't spend money foolishly, but you spend your money wisely so that you can accomplish the things that you want to do. The other thing, another thing that Napoleon Hill said early in the book was the way of success is the way of continuous pursuit of knowledge. So I have always been looking to learn new things on a daily basis. And that's probably why I jumped into, I was never a science person. And by the way, my father was a microbiologist, and I was not interested in the science at all. But that computer thing, that just intrigued me. And so I jumped into that at a very early age. And then the last thing he said, Napoleon Hill said, was, the man who does more than he is paid for will soon be paid for more than he does. Mm-hmm. And I really embrace that. It's about servant leadership. Yeah. It's about giving value. And I get more satisfaction about just giving people a nugget here and there that they can relate on. And, you know, I'm more than happy to give it away for free sometimes. You don't always have to get money for everything.
Yeah, and just, you know, Eric, thanks for that, because just being part of the Mentor Studio with you and just knowing how you give, and we've had some conversations. So just thank you for your service. I imagine most of the people watching us are entrepreneurs, business leaders, and you guys are all very successful entrepreneurs. Today's environment is crazy. The world is throwing stuff at us that it's never thrown at us before. Technology is changing at a pace that we as humans just can't keep up with it. How do you, and I'm going to come to you first, Eric, we're going to come back to you, and let's keep our answers because we've got about 2 or 3 minutes, so just 60 seconds, is how do you stay motivated?
I stay motivated by dealing with great people like the ones in this room and being part of their journey and helping them to succeed. I get more satisfaction out of that than anything else.
Awesome. And in conversation with you, man, I can see it on your face, so thank you. Albert, how about you? Let's keep it to
don't do it yourself. If you don't know how to do it, hire out, dude. Because you're gonna need you and Misty, because you're gonna have brain fog and get pissed, overspend out of frustration. So rule, if you don't understand it, pull out the Amex and get somebody to help you.
Awesome. Great. Thanks, Albert. Vanessa, how about you? How do you stay motivated?
Really, I second what Eric said. It really is about the people we are able to help, and the satisfaction in seeing and watching them grow and watching them succeed. That is what keeps me motivated every day, is seeing that growth, seeing them, the change in them for the better.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you. Misty.
You guys have heard it before, but it's 3 coaches, 2 mentors, and 1 mastermind. I really, truly believe in coaching, and you'll see a lot of coaches over the next 4 days. Look them up, read their books, hire them. But I stay motivated by surrounding myself with amazing, brilliant people.
Awesome. And Jonathan?
Well, certainly it's partly you guys, no doubt. You guys help me stay motivated. I love you all. And also it's helping others. You know, I look at people and I remember how much I struggled. Like when I had my first company, it was a successful company, but I didn't feel it inside. Like you, Craig, right? You shared your story with Michael before about, you know, millions of miles, but it was tearing you apart. So I lived that life, and I see people that are living that life, and they come to me and they want to change things. They want to turn it around, and that's what keeps me going, helping them.
Yeah. Michael, do we have time for one lightning round question? I'm gonna take that as a yes. Okay, awesome. It's a yes. He's gone. He's like Captain Spock, isn't he? He just beams in and out. Okay. All right. Lightning round. You literally have 30 seconds. All right. What is one thing that you can share with our viewers that they can implement immediately, and it will change their life? One thing. 30 seconds. And Jonathan, we're going to come to you.
Look in the mirror and say something kind to yourself. It will change your life. Do it every single day.
Love it, man. I love that. I love that. Albert.
Educate yourself every day. 15 minutes of learning, whether YouTube, listening to audiobooks, or reading, you put all that together, that will change your life almost instantly.
Awesome. Great advice. Eric.
Focus. One of the things I find all the time is that we all, being entrepreneurs, suffer a little bit from ADHD and see those shiny objects all around the place, and that just makes it a lot more difficult. So pick one lane, focus on it, and do it.
Love it. Vanessa.
My passion is talking to people about how the mind and the body is connected. Remember, the mindset is one thing, the body has to help with the action. Stand a little taller, sit a little higher, a smile on your face, because our body language and the way we show up affect the way we feel and how we affect those around us.
Thank you. Amazing. Absolutely. And so true. And finally, my friend Misty.
Prime yourself in the morning. You have to have routine and consistency. I make my bed. I drink 2 glasses of water. Thank you, Craig. And then I also do 10 minutes of something inspirational. But find what your morning routine is and get that down pat. If you don't have one, call Craig.
And add a little sunshine. Get out and have a little sunshine in the morning, and Misty, you're golden. All right,
Awesome.
Michael. We're gonna.
All right,
turn
give
it
this
back over
thunderous.
to you.
You are. This Craig. You've been great. Panel, you've been great. Give the panel a thunderous round of applause. You can put 5s in the little box in your comment, in your chat, on your phone. Panelists, you've been great. Give yourselves a round of applause. Let's see those hands up. There we go. You guys have been awesome. Thank you so much for being here. And I'm going to move you guys down. It's just been great to have you all on. There we go. As quickly as they go. Do you know what I'm saying? So we're about to transition. I'd like everybody to get out your pens, papers, pencils, do everything that you can to be ready for all of our mentors here. I'm going to introduce him. I'm going to bring him up. I'm serious. You're going to write. You're going to learn. There's all the 5s. You guys are awesome. It's information you're going to use